Hey YouTube, how's it going? Once again, it's Terrence Barker, and today we're talking about the offensive and defensive strategy with your generational wealth.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
All right, now with generational wealth, you need an offense and defensive strategy. Hear me out on this one. The reason being is that with offense, it is to attack something. So what are you attacking? You're going out there, you're attacking the needs to generate income. With defense, what are you doing? You are preventing people from having you spend income. Offense is to generate the money. Defense is to prevent people from having you spend money on them. In a household, you need this offense, defensive strategy. Most people play good offense. They generate good money. They generate it. But at the same time, there was a thing that I had once researched is when people are making like 100,000 and above, for some weird reason, they're still living check to check. The reason why they're living check to check is because they got good offensive strategy, but with their defensive strategy, it's lacking. And when it is said about winning a game, it's not just offense, but the legendary quote says, defense wins games.
I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me. Lynx is a conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody as ruthless. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. There's no one that can match me. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable.
Defense wins games. It prevents your opponent from scoring on you. It shows your opponent's vulnerabilities. It can break your opponent's motivation. It can give you rest and longevity. Defense wins games. It breaks the spirit of momentum and changes tempo. The battlefield becomes your court and your opponent's plans go out the window. Defense wins games.
So, in your relationship, you may have someone that is head of household playing good offense. But what is very much undersaid in a power couple relationship, you mainly have a good defensive person. And usually with a lot of millionaires, it's the stay-at-home wife. The stay-at-home wife is normally the one that is generating the income. When it comes to a defensive strategy, she prevents folks from scoring on you. And I'm going to tell you how she's going to generate that income.
She cooks, she cleans, and tries to save money on nearly everything. She is the frugal queen and a financial genius's defensive dream. She is the housewife, an essential part of a millionaire's success. She only cares about the simple life and cares less about the best. Down to earth, unselfish, has traditional values, an emotional backbone, understanding. She cares for her family, and with love, she's got a hand in. She takes care of her peeps. She stands strong on her own 2 feet. She is the housewife, a defensive financial queen.
So not only is she out there cooking meals, and sending her husband to work with lunch and everything like that, but she's also making sure she's balling on the budget in the grocery store when it comes to shopping and getting the food, making sure she's putting out some of the latest and greatest deals to the husband when purchasing things for the family needs and only spending up on those. Now, in most millionaire homes, the wife is normally the one that has the greatest defensive strategy. She's normally more frugal than the husband. Now, you normally have with the rich, you normally have the head of household. They're normally a little bit more on the spending side. They are still frugal, but they're normally on the spending side is because they have the time for money aspect on there. To get a job done and pay for the convenience of getting it done quick, fast, in a hurry. And that way they can generate more money by donating their time in other places. They are normally willing to spend it. Now, with the stay-at-home spouse, they don't normally really have to have that concern about a time for money aspect. So they're a little bit more frugal on there. Now let's do some math real quick. Now let's just say that the housewife is cooking meals and preventing the family from going outside to eat all the time. Let's just say that they're no longer spending the average. Now the average American spends about $100 to $300 a month in eating takeout fast food. So let's just say that we're going to have it to an even $200. Okay. Now if you take your initial investment of $200 and you put it into 8% stocks or investments for the next 30 years at $200 a month, with compound interest, you'll have $285,535.12 within 30 years. So basically, the housewife has generated over $250,000 in investment savings that you could have. Now, if you take $500 a month and you put it in 8% for 30 years, your initial is $500. You're going to invest a total of $180,500. But your end amount will be in your account, which is $713,837.63, with a total profit of over $500,000. $500,000 in profit. Now, the average millionaire takes about 28 years to make $1 million. Now, if you're looking at that strategy right there with a housewife, then you're starting to realize that $500,000 being generated through these investments of her just having a good defensive strategy by cooking meals is actually a key factor in there, especially since it takes 28 years to get, and it took her 28 years of a defensive strategy to help save up that $1 million. Right there, you could say that the defense and the offense is actually playing good into the part of becoming a millionaire. So a lot of people need to start understanding that defensive strategies are just important as offensive strategies when it comes to building this wealth.
It's cheaper to keep her. It is cheaper to keep her.
All right, as you can see, defense helps wins the game. It's a team sport. You need both offense and defensive strategies. And most power couples have that balance of offense and defense within their household. With that being said, you guys, peace.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.